What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I have to admit, Cookie DAO held up pretty damn well with this last bit of this shakeout that we just had across the space over the past 24 hours now. I was expecting that we'd see lower prices, but the fact that you didn't go lower, I think, is a testament to its strength. We were calling for lower prices than this. At this point in time, it might be time to consider that we do not go lower than these lows. Actually, this very well could have been the low. If that move down was not enough to take you lower, I don't know what will be. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin came back down and we saw a little bit of a lower low. So I do want to say, if we go below this low, it's fine, and we'll probably see just slightly lower lows. Right? It won't be anything too dramatic, but perhaps we aren't going to that 11-cent area. We might not even be going below 13 cents, you guys. So maybe a little bit lower from here, or maybe we go slightly below 13 cents. But I highly doubt at this point in time we're going to go below 12 cents at all. We might not even go below, genuinely, we might not even go below 13 cents. So looking at this here on a 1 hour time frame, I wasn't going to make a video on Cookie because it's just been so boring. It's not really doing anything, but I did want to update that thought because I know the last time that I talked about it, we were talking about lower lows, and I don't think that's going to happen this time. Okay, if we're looking at this here, you kind of have a bullish formation going on, right? You've got higher lows here. You've got a flat top there. That is a cumulative pattern. It's a ascending triangle is what it's called. And typically, those result in an upward sloping move. So if we do move up, that doesn't mean that we're breaking out to new glorious highs, but that would at least give us some kind of reprieve back to about 14.5 cents, maybe 14.7 cents at the most, something up in this area. I doubt we go above this high at this point in time until Bitcoin validates its low, until the rest of the market moves up. Now, don't get me wrong. At any moment now, we are anticipating that Cookie DAO just flies through the freaking roof, man. We could, and I could be wrong. Maybe we don't stop here. Maybe we just continue to rally. But I would think that we have a little bit lower to go. I would think that we might go just below these lows here and find support somewhere closer to either this low here at 13.4 cents or about 13 cents. We're at 14 cents now. So we're talking about very, very small margins here, okay? Looking at this on our indicator, checking out our indicators here. We are finding turbulence at the 50. Stochastics look like they want to go up, but we found turbulence but didn't really reject, so we might come back up. MACD's crossing green, all things pointing to a slight continuation, right? Maybe not the most immaculate bounce, but some kind of continuation up to that 14.4 to 14.7 cent area. Sounds about right to me. If we're looking at this on a 4 hour time frame here, overall, lower lows, lower highs, bearish trend. I would expect that this trend ends once you find some kind of reading in the oversold zone. And that was oversold, but maybe a little bit more than that, right? So come up a little bit, maybe find some resistance, some turbulence at the 50, come back down to the oversold area, maybe get a double bottom, if not slightly lower lows. Stochastics look bullish enough. They look like they want to come up, so I think that's a good look. And the MACD itself, that's kind of bearish. Kind of bearish. Not crazy bearish, but kind of bearish. And I think that it's it's relatively neutral. It's not really going to help us out because it's moving sideways. So I wouldn't wait too much on that. But all of these things look ready to turn around soon enough, but maybe just a little bit lower to go. Okay, 14 cents right now. If we're looking at this on a daily time frame, the stochastics is the one thing that makes me think we could go higher because it is cross up, and typically you get to the overbought zone, but I just don't believe in it with these other two indicators. So pay no mind to that. They're also less reliable when we move sideways, right? So stochastics look bearish on the daily. Daily RSI looks like it's destined to get into the oversold zone. And the MACD, MACD looks like it wants to cross down to the red. So a little bit lower. Nothing crazy. And if we do see slightly lower prices than 13 cents, if we do go below this low, again, slightly lower is the term I like to use. From a high to a low here, I doubt we get below 11.7 cents. I really do doubt that we even get too far below 13 cents, if at all below 13 cents. But something lower from the current prices expected is intended, and I very much would expect that after we find this resolution over the coming days, I would expect that we find a resolution now between today, Monday, and the end of Wednesday. So within the next 2 days, essentially 2 days, 4 hours and 48 minutes, I would expect that we do find support. We find our low and we start to move up. When we do move up, the expectation would be that we go all the way up to about $1.65 to $3.90, somewhere in this area. I'm thinking more so the upper limits of this area, $2.50 to $3.90. Of course, we could go higher. Of course, we could stop lower, but I'm thinking something in that zone is where we're going to go. I'd be surprised if we stopped at $1.65. I don't think that we spent all this time consolidating, accumulating, putting Cookie on the map just to stop here. But anything can happen. And I don't think I would be too upset with that, right? I think I speak for all of us whenever I say moving up to about a 11x, 12x move. That's not a problem, right? I hope nobody has a problem with that. But I would expect more. I would expect that we do see that's a 16x or greater, maybe even as much as a 26x by the end of September, if not sometime in October. I think this move is going to take place over the next month and a half or so. And then, of course, as the cycle progresses, the ultimate destination that we have for Cookie is about $20 and beyond. $20 to $90 sounds about right. With the newly added, minted, or unlocked tokens that come into the supply as time goes on, that's all accounted for. So $20 to $100 is the ultimate destination. Here we are at 14 cents now. Massive, massive potential here, you guys. You've got life-changing wealth potential, and all you have to do is buy and hold. Buy and hold, and do not sell until you think you have enough, I suppose. Definitely don't want to hold on to the bags forever. You know, Cookie's got a very undiluted supply, if we're looking at it here. And I believe that a lot of this supply starts to get unlocked sometime in December of this year, or maybe it's early 2026. I can't remember. It's been a second since I've looked at the tokenomics. So many coins, man. So many coins. I should have like a freaking note card set up for all these coins. That'd be great. Max supply 1 billion. Circulating supply is half, right? So this cycle really is the cycle to make some money with Cookie. Next cycle too, you'll be able to make some money, I think, but it probably won't see the highs that we see this cycle, right? It'll be such a torrential bear market that how low it goes will provide growth potential if you time it right. But I think that as far as $20 to $100 goes, we probably don't see the likes of that next cycle. I mean, maybe we do, maybe if the market cap grows, but we probably won't pass that, I should say, right? A lot of people think, what about later? What about multiple cycles? If it's going to be worth here, could it be worth hundreds of dollars down the line? That's what that means. No, because we've got a very undiluted supply, so probably not. And a lot of that's like rewards through staking and stuff like that. So that's just selling pressure right there. But I don't really have anything else I want to talk about. I just wanted to make the video and say that, hey, I think I was wrong. I don't think that we're about to go down to 11 or below 12 cents. I don't think that I don't even think we're going to take out this low at this point. I think that we will get some kind of double bottom. Maybe a look just like this where it's a slightly higher low, or one of these, just a slightly higher low. That seems to be what Cookie likes to do. And if it is a double bottom or a slightly lower low, it would only be that, just slight, okay? Hit the like button. Thank you all. Take care of yourselves, all right? And I'll see you on the next one. Get some good sleep, yeah? Good sleep is good for you. All right, bye-bye.